and welcome back to another video. So I did my nails. I did them off camera because I was just playing with ideas and plans and stuff. And then when I decided I really liked them, I thought, ooh, I need to film them for you guys. So here we are. Oh my God, my cat. I've used my practice hand today. And I've put from Glitter Planet the Flexi tips in there, and then I've applied some stiletto tips, and I've got this nifty little tip cutter with the magnets on the end. Do you remember I spoke about it ages ago and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get one, but they do look quite cool. Well, I got one and it is really cool because you can make sure that every single nail is cut the same, and I really like that. So I'm just going to cut them. I think I'm using like the four of the little magnets on there, and we're going to cut them into baby lettos. That's my name for them. That's not an official term, not that I know of anyway. Baby lettos. So I'm going to cut the corners off, and then I'll do the rest of the work with my nail file. Just want to make sure I snip off, the chunky bits, and then that's less filing for me to have to do. I was going to try and get this video out yesterday, but I just didn't get it finished in time. So yes, baby lettos, here we go. Snip off the corners with your scissors, grab your 180 grit file and just sharpen it up into a stiletto, essentially. It's just a baby one. It's just a little baby letto. What are you drinking? I'm drinking orange squash because it is 10 p.m. and if I have a cup of tea, I won't go to bed till 2 a.m. Don't forget, as always, you've got to let me know what you are drinking in the comments section. So yes, just sharpen them up, nice and easy, into a stiletto, a baby letto, should I say. And then, as if by magic, I'll do them all. But I will also file the contact point where the tip sticks onto the nail bed, because it just gives it that little bit less bulk, just a little bit less. I won't show you every single one because you probably will fall asleep before I do. I wonder if you can hear my cat purring. Probably not. Anyway, there they are. They're all done. I'm not doing the thumb because it's a weird shape. I can't seem to get the tips to fit right. I'm just going to do a thin clear base on all of them. Mainly because that's how I did it on mine, so I've automatically just copied the same thing, really. So thin clear base. My acrylic system is Nailmate from Glitter Planet. You can save 10% on all of your Glitter Planet purchases, including their brand new e-file, if you use code SarahB at checkout. I will put a link in the description box along with the discount code. Save yourself some money, and you will not be disappointed, guys, most certainly. I know this isn't a pastel set, by the way. It's just that I did my nails, and when I'd done them, I was like, oh, I really love them. I need to share this design. So that's why you've got a slightly gothic set before you've got a pastel set. Apologies, but I needed to do mine, and they were too cute not to share with the world. So I am just finishing off putting the clear background. Sorry, I got distracted then because the colour went off a bit because I got a napkin in the background and that's changed my colour balance. I'm working on a new editing suite and I'm trying to get to grips with it. Okay, so I'm using Goddess as my core powder here. And we're going to start off by shaping our smile line. So I've applied my smile bead. Let's call it that. And I'm going to work it down into an elongated almond. And I want it to be quite kind of pliable, like modelling clay. Not too runny, not too stiff, where I can kind of push it and shove it. And it will stay where it's put, but it will still move if I need to move it again. That's the plan. And we'll build up the walls using the edges of my brush. I'll keep my brush moist but not soaking wet. Sorry if you don't like that word. And then I'm going to apply a second bead, blend that down into the first bead. I have a habit, I think it's because I work with small brushes, I have a habit of missing little bits at the side, so I have to go back and fill them in. Does anyone else have that? It's my main area where I have to double check when I'm doing nails. I guess some people, their apex might not be big enough, or their tip might be too thick or too thin. Mine is the little sides where kind of you're sort of, I can't even explain it. My brush, look, I have to go back and fill it in every time. I just have to. So that's what I do. Tappy tap tap, like Happy Gilmore. Tap tap tap. Look at that beautiful smile line though. Isn't she gorgeous, honey? Obviously I'm still going to file it in, but if you do most of the work with your brush, then when it comes to filing, it's nice and easy. Saying that, if you do have to file a mess, it doesn't really matter because file fixes everything. So I know I'm contradicting myself, but with a nail tech, as a nail tech with difficulties with her hands, learning to do the work with your brush saves you a lot of discomfort. Okay, so on the index finger, middle finger and pinky finger, we are doing solid Goddess. Goddess is a beautiful nude with a slight gold shimmer to it, but it's really, really subtle, but it's enough to lift it into the next dimension, in my opinion, and make it extra special. So yes, I'm just going to keep the nail as neat as possible. I'm really enjoying doing a lot of acrylic design. I'm especially loving doing smile lines. Now, someone needs to take my temperature because they were the nemesis, but I hate doing gel smile lines. I hate them. I hate hand painting them with a passion. But I like acrylic smile lines. What is the matter, Misha? The cat's being peculiar. She's telling me I should be in bed. It's now the next day. I did go to bed when the cat was doing my head in. So I'm finishing this voiceover now. Right, where am I? Finishing off this nail. So I've just placed my apex bead, smoothing it out. And I'm trying to use my brush to keep the free edge as neat as possible, because then there's less filing and less work at the end. I'm going to add another apex bead here and use the tip of my brush, tip to tuck. So tip of my brush tucks the product in, and then the middle of the brush, the underneath, that moves the product down the nail and spreads it out evenly. Got to pay attention to those sides though, because I know what I'm like. Always a little bit. There's always a little bit. Just drives me mad. Nothing that a file can't fix though. That's what they say, isn't it? So, in with the pinky. Pinky, pinky, the pinky and the brain. And we're going to tap the back of the bead. So you see how you like thin it down? I remember when I first started doing nails, I struggled with that. I'd end up with a big step. So you just want to thin that bit down. You can turn your brush and like reverse blend it if you want, or just tap it and it should kind of smoosh down a bit. That's the technical term, smooshing. Do a whole course in how to smoosh a nail. Right, get that cuticle bead on there at some point. God, I'm slow, aren't I? So I am slow. I'm so slow. As Zule would say, I'm a slow ho. Okay, tip to tuck. Tuck it in, and then underneath of the brush, in the middle section, to move that product down. And you're kind of blending the front edge of the bead, leaving the back edge in the apex area. And I'm not building a massive apex on here because it's not a real person. Dude, I go through so much product. Yeah, girl, I need to order my new brush. Oh, I'm excited. I got paid from YouTube. Thank you for those of you that helped me with super thanks. That was amazing. That was very unexpected. So I get my new acrylic brush. This one I keep having to cut hairs off. It is really old. I mean, I think it's 4 or 5 years old. But it is just getting a little bit raggedy and it keeps getting sticky, and I clean it and sort it out, and then I end up having to cut some of the bristles out because they start splaying, and I just think it's done me a few years. Like, that's a good old time. I remember when a brush lasted me a day back when I started. My first acrylic brush did last me one day. Okay, so I'm filing the smile line, 180 grit file, and I'm keeping it, especially at that tip there, swooping round. So you don't want a straight edge. The whole thing needs a curve to it. It's like if you were filing the edge of a curved cabinet. Think of it. Think of yourself as a carpenter of the nail. So we're going to swoop that file round. And regularly remove the dust so you can assess it, because otherwise it just gets messy. There we are. I'm going to keep checking it, make sure I'm happy with it. And then when I am happy with it, I'm going to take, I think this is Houdini from Glitter Planet. It's black acrylic with a slight sparkle to it. Very, very pretty. I've got it on my thumb. Very pretty colour. Don't be afraid of black acrylic. Yes, it is ridiculously pigmented, which means it will stick a bit to your brush, but just go with it. And when you put your brush back in your monomer, don't smoosh it into the bottom, okay? Dip your brush into the monomer, dip it, do not touch the sides, do not touch the bottom. Take the brush out, wipe it, do it again, and keep wiping it until it's clean. Then you will not contaminate your monomer. I did not have to change my monomer at all during this set, and I've used a glittery core powder and then a black colour powder. I do have a video on that. It's one of my most popular videos. So you just need to, when you've used a coloured acrylic or anything really with pigment, you don't need to shove your brush into the bottom of your monomer in your dappen dish. You just need to put the tip of the brush into the monomer, and it will suck up the fluid. It will hold the fluid, and then you can wipe it onto your clean towel, paper towel, and then keep doing that, and you'll be good to go. And I'm working that product up into the wings. I'm covering quite a lot really. I'm going over the smile line, don't worry about that, we'll file that in. And I'm not going to cap it yet. I'm going to wait for that to fully set. Now where it's highly pigmented, it will take a little bit longer, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to file it in. Don't panic about the dust, it can all be cleaned. But I'm doing the majority of this smile line with colour. I'm going to cap it in clear, but only a small amount, because I want that deep, dark pigment. And if you go too thin, I don't know, I prefer a smile line that's built up with the colour and then just a tiny bit of capping, just for protection and strength. Because you've got a nice strong nail there. You don't have to worry about it, it's not going anywhere. So I'm filing it in, and this is just so satisfying. So satisfying. I did have to pull the tip out just to clean it because the dust was going up under the oh my god, I can't even get my words out today. I can't think. All right, I'm not wording, I'm just giving up. It was going up under there. So oh dear, what are you drinking now? I was second day now, so I was on squash last night. I got a cup of tea now. Right, there we are. For those of you that I don't know whether I should tell you. Okay, I'm going to. Those of you that have seen me do singing stuff in the past, I'm singing tonight. I've got a little thing tonight. I'm going to do some singing. So let me know if you want to see it. I might show you if I'm not too scared. I might be too scared and too embarrassed. But we'll see. We will see. Oh, look, see? In with a nice cap. But you look how gorgeous that black smile line is. It's just, oh, I love it. Sorry, but I love it. I love the darks. I love the dark shades, the dark reds, the dark greens, the blacks, deep dark reddish browns. Like, I love it. It's a bit of me. Comes up beautifully, that contrast as well. Really, really nice. Okay, let's do some painting. So I'm just doing a little thing. I don't really know how you would describe it. It's not thick. I've seen people doing big, thick, like embossing type stuff with black gel. Does it cure okay? That's my question. Because, I mean, this gel from Madame Glam is really highly pigmented, and if I was to put it on that thick, I don't think it would cure properly because it has so much pigment in it. But you don't need to put it on thick. You can do it thin and still do chrome. But I'm just curious, have any of you used those gels in the thicker way? Because I've seen some really thick, chunky embossing and I like it. I'm just wary that I don't think it'll work for me. Unless I do it with my fluid gel from Nailmate, from Glitter Planet, and then potentially paint it black and then do it. But that seems like a lot of steps, doesn't it? Seems like a lot. I've put it in the lamp for a 60-second cure. When it comes out, in with the gold chrome. Done. Nice and quick. And because it's going on pure acrylic that's been filed and buffed, there's no stickiness at all. And then on here, I'm just going to add a couple of little dots just to break up the sort of nail and add an element of the gold within it. Do you know what I mean? Just tie it in a little bit. Just make the whole design kind of flow. Sorry. Okay, so I'm doing this sort of similar thing, but reversed. On here, on the pinky finger. There you go. Looks like 2 eyes and a nose. I should have done a smiley face. Hello, I'm a man on a nail. I mean, it could have been a woman, but you know, let's not judge. So I'm kind of doing a similar thing that I did on the index finger. Little dot, whoop, like that. But I'm not going to do the 3 dots at the bottom because I didn't want to. No other reason. And I've just used this little makeup brush with the pigment, and I prefer the fact that I can control the direction of the pigment a lot easier and apply it where I need it, and just less wastage. And also, trying to dip your fingers in a pigment pot when you've got nails on is stupid, because I tried it and I just got it all under my nails. It was all it felt horrible. It was vile. I didn't like the feeling. Not doing that again. Right, that's those done for now. Let's get on with our croc print, snake print, something print nail. It's a print. I don't know what it is. What do you think it looks like? Let me know, because I don't really know. And also, what I would normally do is base coat over the chrome before top coating. But I won't do that on this just because it's on a mannequin hand and I was tired and lazy. Let's just say lazy, because that's really what it was. So I've applied blooming gel onto this nail. Do not cure it. And then I've applied the black gel paint, art gel, or gel paint. I can't remember what it's called, but it's super highly pigmented, and it sort of bleeds out at a slower rate, which is good because I can control it a little bit more. So I kind of know the rate at which it's going to move, and it won't lose its pigment. The only thing is, don't work too thick because it will not cure again. So once that has cured, I am going in with a liberal amount of top coat. Again, I would base coat normally first, but I just was lazy because it's on a mannequin hand and she looks after her nails until I take them off her. The hand I'm using, if you're interested, is I can't remember. It's the expensive one. Oh my gosh, my brain is fried today. I haven't had a very good sleep. And it cost me nearly £300. So yeah, there is that. But she is fully posable and absolutely stunning. And will last a lifetime. Like, they're solid. I've had her for many years. I can't remember what the company is. That's ridiculous. I'll put it in the description box if I remember. But my brain is like not functioning today very well. I've probably had about 3 or 4 hours sleep, which is lovely. Isn't that nice? Oh yes. Okay, let's do some final shots for you. Let's get the mood, honey. Ooh, let me know what you think. I know it's not pastels. I'll be doing that later or tomorrow. And for all my UK mothers, happy Mother's Day, darlings. You are amazing. All of you. Every single one. In fact, to all mummies, happy Mother's Day. I'll see you in my next one. Love you. Bye.